Title, Yours is Special. You've always been sensitive, my wife's mother purred, handing out the labeled dinner boxes before the meal. I dropped mine in the trash. What the hell are you doing? My wife flared. Start? Her voice still echoes in my head. My wife's mother, velvet tone dripping with poison, handing out those neatly labeled dinner boxes. One for everyone, except mine. Mine was special. I saw her smile when she said it, saw the flicker of recognition in my wife's eyes, that unspoken agreement. I didn't touch it, didn't taste it. I dropped it straight into the trash. That's when my wife snapped. What the hell are you doing? I didn't answer. I only smiled, slid my laptop onto the table. Watch what was made especially for me. It wasn't always this way. I once believed in her warmth, in her loyalty, my wife, the woman I chose above all else, and her mother, who cloaked herself in kindness, calling me son with syrup on her tongue. I let them into my soul, trusted them with everything. But trust, I've learned, is the sharpest blade, and they carved me open with it. The first slice was small, a missing credit card statement, a late-night whisper I wasn't meant to hear. Laughter silenced when I entered the room. I dismissed it, convinced myself I was imagining things. Love makes fools of us all. But then came the dinner boxes, labeled, ordered, packaged with care. Except mine always looked different, special. The night that changed everything, I remember it in detail. I came home early. The house was too quiet. I walked past the kitchen, saw my wife's mother leaning over the counter, plastic containers lined up. She was spooning something extra into mine. A vial emptied, contents stirred in, her hands careful, practiced. When she heard me, she nearly jumped. "It's just vitamins," she said, smiling too wide. But I saw her eyes. I saw the lie. That was the moment the pain turned cold. The moment I buried the man I had been and birthed the man who would end them. I didn't confront them, not yet. I started small, saving every container, testing them in secret. Traces of sedatives, mood stabilizers, enough to weaken me over time, but never enough to kill. A slow dismantling of my body, my mind. Why? Control. They wanted me compliant, numb, easier to manipulate, easier to strip of dignity, assets, freedom. But I'm not so easily broken. While they thought they were drugging me into silence, I was building a case. Hidden cameras in the kitchen, microphones in the dining room. Every word, every drop, every smile preserved. I created duplicates, digital trails leading back to them, bank accounts, transfers, even conversations they thought were private. I turned my weakness into surveillance. Their betrayal became my blueprint. And then came the night of the dinner, the table set, the family gathered, my wife glowing with false warmth, her mother presiding like a queen, labeled boxes laid out, each name written in neat letters. Yours is special. You've always been sensitive, she purred again, sliding mine forward. This time, I didn't hide my disgust. I let the silence stretch. I let my wife's eyes harden. I let them believe they still had power. Then I stood, lifted my box, walked it to the trash, and dropped it in. My wife exploded. "What the hell are you doing?" That was the cue. I set my laptop on the table, pressed play. The screen lit with hidden camera footage. Her mother pouring powders into containers. My wife whispering late at night about keeping me manageable. Bank transfers, documents, proof layered upon proof. Gasps filled the room. Denials sputtered. Faces drained of color. I didn't raise my voice, didn't need to. The evidence spoke louder than I ever could. My wife lunged for the laptop, but I was faster. Every file is backed up, every recording sent. Try to touch it, and the police won't be the first to see it. Your friends, your colleagues, your church will. Her mother stammered, the mask finally slipping. "You don't understand." "No," I cut her off, calm as ice. "I understand perfectly. You wanted me weak, dependent, easy to discard. But you underestimated the man you thought you were breaking. Their silence was my victory. And then came the final twist, what they never saw coming. I opened another file, legal documents, divorce papers, asset transfers already in motion, power of attorney revoked, her signatures forged by her own carelessness, captured on video. I didn't just expose them, I gutted their world. The fallout was immediate, my wife screaming, her mother begging, the family watching in stunned horror. Their empire of manipulation crumbled in a single night. They thought they had orchestrated my downfall. Instead, I had scripted their ruin. The police came later. The charges stuck. Poisoning, fraud, conspiracy. Their lives collapsed under the weight of their own schemes. And me? I walked away, free, whole, stronger than they ever imagined. Sometimes, late at night, I think about that moment, the box sliding across the table, her voice sweet as venom. Yours is special. Yes, it was. Because without it, I might never have seen the truth, never have awakened. I don't regret the pain, not anymore. Pain forged me. Pain gave me clarity. And when I dropped that box into the trash, I wasn't just discarding their poison. I was discarding them forever.